Now we will talk about checking processes status and killing it, meaning or stopping it or exiting the process. So there are many processes in a Linux system that when you run it, it doesn't stop gracefully or it doesn't shut down gracefully. And those processes most of the times are called like zombie process or a process that does not have a parent. A parent process was started and it initiated a child process, but then the parent process was stopped, but the child process was still lingering around. So those are the type of process that you do experience in your career, in your IT career. So you would have to actually go into the system, find those processes, and kill those processes. So this topic or this lesson is about that process that we have to find out. How can we automate that process? How can we put a script around that process to make it run it at certain times that will wake up and see, hey, I see this process. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. So, what we're going to do in this lesson is that we will create a dummy process. Anything that is just taking up some of the CPU or memory resources, we'll just create that process. Then what we'll do is we will run the command to find that process ID. Commands, there are different commands that you could check, like top, you could do ps-ef. There are so many commands that you could run to check which process is running. And then you could pipe it to grep grep for specific process that you're looking for. So in this lesson, this is the lab environment. We will have a process we will initiate, and then we will run the ps-ef command and grep for that specific process and its ID. And then, of course, we'll create a script around it, and then we will kill that process within that script. Okay, so this is the exercise we'll do. So for that, let's go ahead and log into our Linux server. I'm logged in as myself, and I am in my home. I have installed PS directory, which is a professional script directory that I have or created earlier. Anyway, so first, before I create a script, I wanted to test my commands. So I will run a process, a dummy process, which is to sleep. Sleep is just a command that will actually start taking your terminal, and it will not give you your prompt back for, let's say, if I have 600 here, it means 600 seconds, which is like 10 minutes. So this will take away my prompt or create a process for that prompt, and it will wait for 10 minutes, and then it will return my prompt back. If I hit enter, you'll see I do not have my prompt back. Now, how can I check if this process, what process ID is assigned to it? Who is running that? Well, you cannot do it from this same terminal because you do not have the prompt back unless you control C out of it. That's one way. Second way is if you run the sleep process in the background, then you could get your prompt back and then you will see the process ID. But anyway, we'll start our duplicate terminal session. And now I will do ps-ef command to check the process, and I will grep for sleep 600. And as you see, the first process right here is initiated by me, the process ID, the process user ID, the process name, time, the terminal started from. The second one is just the grep itself command. When we run the grep for it, see this grep, since this grep is also a process, when it runs, it greps itself. How come it greps itself so fast? Well, that's how it does in milliseconds. Anyway, so we'll run another command to grep out of grep. So filter out grep. Now I will only see my sleep command. Okay, so this is the entire line. I do not want to see the entire line. I just wanted to get the process ID so I could kill that process ID. So for that, we have to keep filtering it, and we'll do awk print $2 because it's the second column. Hit enter. Now I have a process ID. So the process ID is this, and I want to kill that process ID. To kill this process ID, I'm just going to make this bigger, so this way everything can show up in one line. Before I kill it, it's always a good idea that you test it that it comes back with the right ID. So I'm going to use the xargument command, xargs minus I, parentheses. This is where it holds the result of this command. And now when it holds that result in this parentheses, what I wanted to do right now is I wanted to echo that whatever inside of that parentheses. So I'll hit enter, and you'll see it brings back the same process. It didn't kill it. Now I could run a command, kill, right here, and I could simply kill that command, that process. The process is gone, and if you go back to your terminal in the background, you'll see I got my prompt back, and it says right here terminated. So this is one of the ways that you could actually create a script like that, which will terminate your process that are no longer needed. So let's go ahead and create a process. vi kill process. Bin bash, who's the author? Of course, we all know that by now. Okay, date. Description. This script will find dead or zombie processes and kill it. Modified 08/08/2020. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save this, and I will copy my entire command from here, go back into my script, and paste it by right-clicking in the PuTTY terminal. So for that, what I could do is just either I could just leave it like that, and then do echo all sleeping processes are killed. So this is how you could run that simple command, and once you run it, before you run it, you have to give it executable permissions. Kill process has executable permission. Perfect. So now I'm gonna run that sleep command in the terminal behind me, hit enter, and now I will run the script kill process, and all sleeping processes are killed. Let's see if we got a prompt back. Yes, terminated. So that's one way to do it. The second way, I'm sure you know, I want you to try that second way, I'm not going to tell you, is to use for loop. So you could actually put this entire command until here into a variable. Let's call that variable A, and then you will run the for loop for it for I in $A do kill $A done. So try that, and I'm sure it will work. And if you have any issue with this for loop command when you're trying this, let me know. But I'm sure you will be able to write both scripts with xarguments and for loop.